much bootylicious 2000s Destiny's Child bling bling kind of thing. Hi guys, welcome back to watching Nelly Doing Things. I am back to talk about some new makeup. Of course. So today we're going to be talking about two different brands today. We're going to be talking about the new BH Cosmetics palettes that came out. These are the 80s, 90s, and 2000s palettes. And as well, we're going to be talking about the SpongeBob BFF. These are the facial mist or facial spray. So I got these and I just thought, let me talk about them because they're kind of cute. But before I jump all the way into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, which is Nelly Doing Things. And also don't forget to leave a comment below. And also don't forget to hit the notification button while you're down there as well. So let's get on into all of these new goodies. All right, guys. So first out the gate, it is going to be the palettes. So the Decade palettes from BH Cosmetics. These, I got them all from Ulta. They have 80s remix dance, they have 90s remix dance, and then they have the 00, the 2000s remix dance. I believe these all retail for, I want to say it's that $15 to $20, I believe each. I like the 80s kind of, techno, kind of futuristic kind of vibe. I like that palette, I like this one. They all do say a little different things. This one says Sweet Dreams are made of remix dance 80s. 15 colors in each one of these palettes, guys. And this one always has different things. It says neon and pops of neutral. So let me show the inside of this palette. Like I said, I got them in the mail from Ulta. Half of these were crushed. So I did put them down as best as I could, but half of them are crushed. And that's the part that sucks. So at the top, this does say, girls just want to have shadows. It's so cute, see? Very, very cute. And then you have all those gorgeous shades. See, that one, it came broken. So I had to smush it back into there. And it did get in place, but it's still very crumbly. So be wary of that the shimmers are very, very soft, apparently. But besides that, the palette is very, very cute. You guys see the colors are very, very neon and vibrant in the 80s one. And then the 90s one. I'm a 90s baby, guys. If you don't know, I was born in the early 90s. And I love anything 90s. Pretty much, especially all the layouts, designs. We had a lot of that squiggly and zoom kind of stuff still too, because the 80s still was coming out of that. But ours were a little more that pinky, a little more vibrant. But I do love this. It's very nostalgic, like all those different prints and stuff. I love it. Very much 90s. So this one on the back, it says, oops, we did again with the remix 90s. This is cute. This one has pastel baby pinks, blues, and neutral tones, just like your fave pop icon. Awesome. So on the top, this one says, if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my look. She's cute. I love that. Funny, I was in Target just a few days ago and they were playing the Spice Girls song. And it's like, if you want to be my love. I was like, and this reminded me when I opened it, I was like, and I was in the store like singing to it. And I was like, let me get up out of this hurry. They got me jamming. I need to get. And then you have all these gorgeous colors. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do love all the pastel vibes, but we're going to get into that a little later. And last but not least, out of all of the Decades palettes, it is the 2000s. Look at that, nice and flashy. Always gold. Gotta have flashy gold. We just gotta have it. This one says on the back, make them say, yeah, yeah. They should twerk it out with high impact frosty metallics plus bold smoky purples, brown hues with a payoff that is truly B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I get all these references. I grew up, I was born in the 90s, grew up in the mid 90s to the early 2000s. So this is all very nostalgic with me as well. And you guys, the top it says, my shadows bring all the boys to the yard. It's very, very cute. Very, very cute. These colors are very, very pretty, more on the neutral side. 3 of these were crushed, so actually 4. So it was this gold one, as you can see, that white one up there, and then actually 5 of these, I think, and then those 2 shimmers and another shimmer over there. These were all broken up. So again, be very careful with that. I do love this. It says Queen Bee. See all these references. So I just love the packaging of these palettes. They're very, very nostalgic, and the catchy little names in there too. It's very, very cute. And then, last but not least completely, it is the SpongeBobs. These are the facial mists. The BFF one and the FUN. If you guys know, F is for fire, burns out the whole town, U is for uranium bombs, and it's for no survivors. I love, hey, we all know SpongeBob. Some way, shape, or form, we all know SpongeBob. But they do have a hydrating, brightening primer mist. And this one's cute because you shake it up. It does have that nice little rose gold peachy kind of swirl to it. And there's SpongeBob and Patrick. And then the last spray is going to be the Purifying Setting Spray FUN Fun Sprays. Has Plankton and SpongeBob on there. I think it's very, very cute. Blue vibe. I don't know. I think it's a blue bottle. But yeah, this packaging was just simple. I just thought it was cute to mention it because I'm gonna give you guys multiple looks. But if you guys want to get this particular look, just stay tuned. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed all the looks. I'm going to get into these palettes once again. Let's break them down even more in depth. So let's start off, of course, with the 80s. I think the 80s one was so much fun. I really did. I mean, I love pastels, but I love pops of colors as well. I love them. To me, pops of colors, pastels, and a good brown, perfect. That's all I really need. So this palette was very, very fun to play with. I feel like I could just keep adding colors and adding colors and adding colors. I do love this palette. I wish they weren't crashed Ulta. I think each row is complements each other. You can go up and down with it. You can get all kinds of looks with this because also the 80s was very much that. So you can do a lot of different bright, neon, vibrant colors. And in any row, you can get all the colors you want. I feel like it's a lot better because the 80s, to me, the vibe of it, it seems very, very accurate. I really do like this a lot. My favorite colors out of this palette, it would have to be, but I do like this end row right here. These three, they're very, very pigmented, very good. When I used all those, they just came out all pretty and perfect. The names in here, guys, are very, very cute. They have Super Freak, and then In the Groove, Sweet Dreams, Man Eater. I love that. And they have Thriller. Yeah, I love that. The names are very, very nostalgic. They even have a Love Shack. I use that pink up there. I love that one. Love Shack's a cute one too. So the names are very, very relatable in these palettes. So that's a really, really cute thing that I like that they did with these palettes. And if you guys can see the pans, look how big the pans are. They're nice, big, and round. I love when pans are big and round. I love it. It gives you all the product you need. It gives you all the shadow that your heart desires. It's harder to hit pan, in my opinion. I've never hit pan on a bigger, round eyeshadow. Again, the 80s one was such a vibe. So if you love 80s stuff, you're gonna love this because this is a vibe. This really is. Next is 90s. This one was the only one that did not come crushed, y'all, and I'm very happy it did not. Y'all know I love the pastel vibes. These two rows, beautiful, especially that middle row. That's all I really used. Beautiful. The top row, you guys can see that brown. You see that brown? Hate it. I used it. I was like trying to see like, oh, I gotta like it. I don't care for it. I would have rather used that one, but I cannot stand the taupey browns. And I was thinking maybe it's a little deep enough and won't come off taupey, but it did. So I don't care for taupiness, you know, kind of taupiness of a brown. But the shimmers, I didn't get to use the shimmers too much in this palette. I feel like I did do a little swatches, and I feel like these shimmers are just okay. They do complement if you do put them over their pastels. They are cute, but they're nothing to pop out. I feel like the colors pastel in this, the middle row, is just perfect 90s, like perfect. I guess you could say in the 90s, people that did like, I guess maybe a little natural grungy look, but it's still very soft. It's like a pastel brown kind of thing. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. The bottom is nothing but all shimmers. So the layout is very interesting, but I get it because they are all shimmers, all colorful mattes, and all pretty much mainly all the neutrals. I get the layout. I get it, but I just feel more like I'm only going to see myself use the middle anyways, and that's what I exactly did. So this one was a little bit like, you know, it was all right. It wasn't nothing too good or too crazy. So I really, really wish it was, but it just came off kind of like, it's all right, you know? And I feel like 90s, there was a lot more colors that I feel like I could have gotten in this palette because I remember certain colors that I'm like, I'm gonna need to have more. But I guess they just think it's just neutral and pastels. I'm like, it was more than that in the 90s. It was a lot more. I was loving to get like a whole Nickelodeon, like a Double Dare kind of palette. That's what I wanted, you know? But this is very soft, very cute. This is in that vibe of kind of like that early 90s, like leaving the 80s kind of thing. My favorite colors in the 90s one, guys, it's gonna be pretty much this whole row. Just the whole matte pastel row. That's my favorite. I think the top, I didn't even touch it really. And the shimmers, I touched them, but they didn't wow me like that. But the middle row is just, elite. This is very cute. Like I said, this is still in my, you know, nostalgic kind of colors of the rim of when I grew up. But I think these colors are just okay. I think the layout's really, it's clever, it's smart, but I feel like it's just okay, the color schemes. It is the 2000s palette. This palette, y'all, ooh, let's get into it. So like I said, she's really, really crushed up. But this palette, let me tell you right now, this row, you guys seen I use pretty much most of those browns. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this row. I love this row. Favorite color out of this palette though, guys? This one right up here, that nice deep rich, like deep navy. This color is, oh, it's so good. And that's what I use. I was like, this is too good, I gotta use this color. This is very much bootylicious 2000s Destiny's Child bling bling kind of thing. I feel the vibe of this palette, I really do. And they even have, and I use that shade Bootylicious, and they do have Hot in here, Umbrella Single Lady, Don't Ya, Crazy in Love. They got Hey Ya, I love that one. They even put Twerk in here, which I'm like, I don't remember Twerk. It was early 2000s, but I guess Bootylicious, I get it, but like, I don't know. And then they have Poker Face, we know Lady Gaga, Sexy Back. We know as well, you know, JT, Justin Timberlake, and then Milkshakes, of course. Khalees, we already know this. I love this. They even have one called Gold Digger, Holla Back girl, you know what I mean? That was very much the vibe. They did get these names and colors down packed. They really, really did. 2000s, mid or early 2000s, I was pretty much you know, teenager to grown adult, you know. And I still love these colors, and I think the names are very, very good. This palette overall is like really good. I can see me using each row, even though I don't like that color Poker Face. That's straight up taupey, but I'll skip it and use everything else, and then they come out just fine. Out of this palette compared to the other ones, I feel like this one was really, really good, and I feel like, yeah, I can wear that one all the time. So I really did like this 2000 palette. So out of all three of the palettes, guys, I believe the 80s and 2000s did very well. The 90s, she was okay, but the 80s and 2000s really did it. But out of those two, 2000s won. This one was a really, really good one. And it's, I guess maybe because it's more kind of like just shimmers and neutral, but it just hit really good. And next we're gonna talk about is the Wet n Wild SpongeBob Facials Mist. So I'm gonna start off with the primer. The primer is really pretty. If you guys seen, I did a little demo earlier for you on bare skin to show you. This has that nice glow to it. It does brighten and it adds glow to your face. I do remember these retail for $8.99. It does say, you know, shake whale and all that. It has little SpongeBob on there. The scent of these are kitty makeup. It really does smell, yeah, it smells like a very kitty perfumey. It's like, that's why I was like, I would have loved it to just smell like water. I really didn't need that. This one was pretty. It really did add that nice glow to my skin, and I feel like it did prime me out. But I feel like the scent is just like, I feel like I'm putting on kitty makeup. I'm just like, okay, Wet n Wild. But it's a cute concept. I know SpongeBob, you know, kitty show. But it was like, I still wanted it to just still be just, you know, chill. Like, or it smelled like just aqua, like very fresh, like SpongeBob, they're in the ocean. Give me a little fresh aqua scent, you know what I mean? But this is really pretty on the skin. I'll give them that. I did use the purifying setting spray. This one is very, very strong compared to the other one that's already strong. Yeah, whew, that one is very strong. I feel like on my skin, it is purifying on my skin. I think it is very pretty. But I feel like, again, it's certain sprays that I'm just kind of like, what is it really for? And I don't feel like my face is really set fully. So it just kind of like, okay, sure. If you like SpongeBob, if you just want another face mist, I guess. But to me, this doesn't make me feel like my makeup is set. It's not sticky or nothing like that. Neither one of these are, but it just doesn't feel like it's set my face. Because I've tried I have a lot of different face setting sprays and facial mist and all of that. That does feel like it's doing what it's meant to do. It feels like, okay, it's kind of like just a kitty spray. It is not doing anything too crazy for me. And I don't think none of these really do too much. But it's just a cute little collab, a cute concept, you know? So overall, you guys, I think with all this new makeup, it was fun to play in it, especially all those palettes of different decades and see what you get. I think it was fun, but I think a lot of these palettes, they are worth to grab at least one, especially if you did grow up during those decades. I think it's fun to grab it and to see like, hey, was we rocking this back then? It's really, really a cute concept. I feel like they didn't do 90s full justice because I remember, okay? But I feel like they did the 2000s pretty accurate. I feel like they played it really safe in the 90s. I'm just kind of like, why the 90s didn't play it safe? Why you gotta play it safe in those colors? But I digress. I think these again are very, very cool. I feel like they're cool to just have decade palettes. Decade palettes, anything decade wise to me is always cool to have. You know, years from now, 10 years from now, you look back at this and be like, oh my God, you'll remember it again. I like when brands do that when they bring back nostalgic things. I always think that's so much fun. And some stuff like the 80s, I wasn't raised or even born then, but it's fun to see colors that people like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or yep, that's the vibe. I think that's cool. I like when they do that. But these facial mists, y'all, you can try it. Like I said, they're not too expensive. They are quite affordable in a way, but it's just, you don't need them. In my opinion, I feel like the facial mists, they're cute, but you don't really need them. I think they're just, like I said, just cute to have. And if you collect SpongeBob kind of things, because I know there's people that do, they love SpongeBob, then I would say get it. It's not too expensive. Try it out. But if you're sensitive to scents, I wouldn't, because that is a very strong facial mist, primer, and the setting sprays. So to me, overall, 2 palettes out of 3 are not bad. It came out really, really good. And then 1 spray out of the 2, not bad either. 50-50 in a way. So again, guys, thank you for watching me, which is Nelly Doing Things. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, which is Nelly Doing Things. And also, don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know in the comments below. Are you an 80s, 90s, or 2000s baby? Let me know in the comments below. And also, don't forget to hit the notification button before you run. And you guys already know what I'm about to say. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Bye.